All right, welcome in everybody. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing great today. Let's see where we go. Morning message for you. If you caught the twin flame reading yesterday, I know some of you are like, twin flames, oh my God, that's so not what I'm looking for. But this was really much more of a spiritual message about integrating your masculine and feminine. So a lot of you in my Pathfinder group are interested in that. And if you kind of, I try to title things so that if you are interested in integration of masculine, feminine internally or your spiritual journey, you might be drawn to it. So just a little PSA here. Check it out because I thought it was super powerful. So let's see where we go. Of course, first out of the gate, soulmate. There is something about like a backlash against love or like down with love right now. There's something going on. Stormy, that was the same card that was in the twin flame reading. Interesting. Oh my goodness. And boundaries. That is directly from the twin flame, although soulmate was different. The one from yesterday in twin flame was about healer. Okay. And so if you're feeling like you're stepping into your healing gifts, that's also a reading you might want to watch. So this does have to do, I feel like with a life partner or a soulmate, a strong soulmate, and there's going to be some kind of issue. All right. There's going to be some kind of one of you is becoming more dynamic or shifting into another realm, shifting up leveling your spiritual journey, something like that. And what do I want to use? Here, let's use this. Some of you are finding that the relationships you're having, this doesn't have to be a love relationship because soulmates are people in our lives who are help us to learn. Okay, so a soulmate can be a teacher, can be a parent, but there's something about it's not matching anymore, or the relationships are not vibing anymore. You're in a different vibration. You're likely to have moved up leveled in your spiritual path. So let's see where we go. And some of you are also doing better at boundaries, so that's good. Oh, look at you. The Hermit, looking at the new opportunity here. The Knight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Wow, this is a deck. Hierophant, Five of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, wow. There's the Storm. 555. There you go. If anybody has seen 5 a lot recently, 555, here it is again. I feel like those of us in the spiritual journey are seeing the new opportunity. I feel like people who haven't embraced their spiritual awakening are coming into some kind of trouble. All right, some kind of problem. These are the cards that are underneath are things you might not see coming right now. Those of us on a spiritual path are definitely up-leveling. There's something here about the traditional hierarchical structure. And the Five of Swords, this is similar to the twin flame reading. Five of Swords, Five of Wands, and then the Fool. Like really moving away from all of this strife. Strife. The Roman Empire was beset with strife. I think that was the first line of my textbook. I remember it because I used to make fun of it all the time. The Roman Empire was beset with strife. But I think the Roman Empire, we're kind of the new Romans, aren't we? Beset with strife. There's Empress, King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the integration of masculine and feminine, Justice, Queen of Swords, wow, Ace of Cups, Death, King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, Sun, Page of Cups, and the High Priestess. Wow. Okay, so, all right, we're doing it. So the Empress, you notice that the masculine energy here is, the King of Pentacles is someone who has mastery over their financial world. And I just feel like, but a pentacle is a feminine energy. Pentacles and Cups are feminine, Swords and Wands are masculine in the tarot deck. So this does have to do with the masculine energy transmuting or having integrated their feminine energy is really the direction that we're going. The Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing that a lot. So soulmates that are going to be supported or are going to be expanded in this energy are ones that have integrated their masculine and feminine. Look at these feminine energies with their masculine swords. Okay, so there's something here about the truth that needs to be expressed in order for love to flourish, in order for a new opportunity of love to flourish. Scorpionic energy and the King of Cups. So a lot of the transmutation of what we've been. Okay, so let me back up here. There's a lot here. For the past 18 months, we have had North Node in Taurus, which is about trust. It's about alignment. It's about safety, security, that very King of Pentacles-y kind of feeling. This has Taurus and Libra energy to it. This is Libra. So Libra energy, we now have Libra in the South Node. We had Taurus or Scorpio in the South Node, which is right here. And the Taurus energy we were venerating is right here. The Taurus energy of safety and security of myself beyond everything else. So we're not really paying attention to the collective. We're saying, I'm going to, be wealthy regardless of what other people have to go through, regardless of people's problems. I'm just all about myself. And that, I feel, is a thing that's creating strife and creating problems now, because it went along for a while. People were just hanging on by their fingernails for a while. And I'm sure you know a lot of people, I do, who have not benefited from an assertion of divine masculine, or not divine masculine, assertion of masculine power solely. Divine masculine connects to divine feminine. And when we have this divine masculine energy in a stormy situation, it can get upended, right? We can get upended and not really see our way forward, and just like every man for himself kind of a feeling. But I just feel like what integrates or what comes in is justice, truth and justice. Some kind of truth is being expressed in the world, and that is going to change everything. Here's the other feminine king, right? With the cup, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. So any kind of energy that is very traditional may be upended, stormy energy, when the masculine is uncomfortable with integrating their feminine, because that's not traditional. Okay, so this is a destined, fated moment that we are experiencing. And anyone who is kind of stuck in an old mindset is going to experience a lot of troubles and tribulations, trials and tribulations, something like that. However, I feel good about this. The Sun and the Page of Cups and the High Priestess, this is about Sun and Moon. This is about energy of integration of masculine, feminine. The Sun is Ra, right? The god of Ra, the god Ra, and the feminine. The Moon is our internal feelings and our nature. I feel like there is some kind of integration here. But there's definitely a clash, and since it's underneath, I feel like it's going on either subconsciously or it's like it's rippling right underneath the surface. Okay, rippling right underneath the surface. So there is something about when you heal your heart. Okay, when you heal your heart, that's a feminine energy, right? Nurturing energy. Something by November, and it's not a matter of timing. This is something that is about when you heal your heart. So heart healing is prized, and this is also a feminine energy, right? The Virgo energy and the new opportunity. I am feeling very strongly that the new moon in Virgo next month is going to be a super powerful manifesting moon for new opportunities, investing in new things, even physical moving, right, in the world, physical moving, physical changes, making the most of, I'm going where it's healthy for me, Virgo, right? I'm going to create systems. I'm going to create things that make it healthier for me so there's not chaos. There's not chaos around me. So on a personal level, I feel like that's what's coming in. And I also feel like those who are leveling up in their spiritual path are going to be offered opportunities for investing in their future. And the masculines who have integrated their feminines and the feminines who have integrated their masculines are going to be offered a lot here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, right? We're going to be, this is a divine moment in time when we are going to need to use our feelings rather than our logic. We're going to need to connect to spirit and suspend our, what's in front of us is not what we're creating. What's in front of us is a reflection of the past. So we're no longer going to be doing that. We're free of this. When we're free of doing it the way we've always done it, when it's been based in a hierarchical system, people get left behind. And so the way forward is to sort of abandon this Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Some of you might have a flashpoint or feel or see or be part of some kind of stormy exchange, stormy change in the world and see it as a fool's errand to keep going with something that isn't working anymore. It's like, why do we keep doing this? Like, you want to go back to a time, when a lot of people didn't have rights. A lot of people didn't have the ability to make money. A lot of people did. Like, why is that? That's not balanced. And so there's a flashpoint of I saw this in the Twin Flame reading. If you're really interested in this topic, I would check that out, because I was definitely feeling that the South Node in Scorpio, we've experienced this last 18 months, and whatever you've kind of experienced over the last 18 months, we're now moving into the North Node in Aries, which is about us taking action on our own behalf. The South Node is in Libra, which is like balanced masculine, feminine, right? It's very much an Empress, Emperor kind of thing. The North Node in Taurus, where it had been for the past 18 months, was about, do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? And so there's a lot of going about, like, almost like a squirrel, like gathering nuts for the coming storm. And I feel like on a spiritual level, those of us who have been working in our spiritual lives and really integrating our masculine and feminine and dealing with our wounds and doing our healing work, I feel like we're going to be able to see this truth that's coming through. And I do feel like we're kind of having this hanging on of the South Node in Scorpio because we haven't quite turned some kind of corner. Okay. So, so this is being offered to those of us in a spiritual realm. There's a new opportunity to move forward and kind of get out of the fray here. So kind of hanging on to this scorpionic energy. King of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. For sure, surrendering. Look at the feminine and the masculine, very representative here. What's needing, so that you could see this play out in your personal relationships, in your work relationships, in your family relationships, that there's just this sense of masculine and feminine need to come together. And if there is a clash of, no, I'm asserting my dominance in a masculine way, or I'm not willing to have this conversation or something like that, if there's a sense of there's no surrender into the other energy, then that's what feels rocky to me. That's why Scorpio is still hanging around, because we haven't transmuted into the new energy yet. Okay, as a society or as a human being, as a person, have I fully integrated, so internal, have I fully integrated my masculine and my feminine? Have I really done that? Do I really even know what that means? So the Queen of Swords, masculine and a feminine energy, is seeing the opportunities when things are integrated. I feel like there's a flashpoint where those who refuse to integrate masculine and feminine are going to be sort of pushed to the side. Okay. Knight of Cups, the Strength card, the Chariot energy, and the Two of Cups. So this is much more expansive. This is feminine, divine masculine energy integrating in a sense in a energy of unconditional love, and seeing how powerful that is, right? So the old paradigm of masculinity is transmuting into, because this, I've always thought this was kind of an interesting card. Chariot energy, moon, is very feminine, but look at how dynamic and masculine that looks. So, but this warrior is coming from a place of heart, is coming from a place of nurturance. Also, this is feminine power here with the Strength card. This is about like women being able to create people. This is about sort of taming the tiger, all right, taming the masculine tiger, so that feminine and feminine, divine masculine can exist in a balanced way. Libra, right? In that, that's the new South node, which is about a balancing. So I feel like the scorpionic energy of a death, of some kind of real change taking place inside people, maybe you, maybe someone you know, is hanging on because there's a sense of not knowing how to integrate, or feeling like surrender is the only way. And so there's fighting against it. There's a real fighting against it. Feminines who don't want to create something in the world, maybe fighting it. Masculines who don't want to understand the power of receptivity and allowing, maybe they're fighting it. And so there's a sense of like, okay, that's one of the things that is on the spiritual path for those of us who are healers and teachers and guides and mystics, is to be able to integrate these things for ourselves, do our own healing work, and shine that light for other people. So feminines who are able to create wealth for themselves. That's a traditional masculine thing. I know this is super old fashioned, but like feminines who feel that they are having trouble with the rules of the world in terms of how much time has to go to a job versus how much reward I'm getting back financially. It's like, let's get out of corporate America, and you might not have that problem. Like, let's get out of the traditional way. That's not the only way to make money. In fact, it's a terrible way to make money. Okay? And the masculines, about, if there's a sense of like power sharing or anything like that, that would bring them more solidly into a divine feminine role or a divine feminine energy, there's been a resistance against that. So I do feel like the past life South Node energy of justice of Libra that's where so if you ever take any of my North Node classes about your karmic mission and path, the problem shows up in the South Node. So I'm going to say that the problem is going to show up in terms of the legal system, in terms of any kind of injustice, right? That's when the divine feminine rises, when there's injustice. That's when the divine masculine rises, when there's injustice. And, a divine feminine rising on behalf of a masculine or vice versa is kind of where we're going. So that those masculines who rise up as, to help the feminines, I feel like that's where we are right now. And I also feel like there's a sense of real the way forward is to see the imbalances. So the flashpoints are going to show up in terms of real injustice and real conflict. And those who have integrated their masculine and feminines are really going to see an opportunity to move forward, to help teach those, help teach the real, what is the word I'm looking for? The real benefit of being integrated in a masculine and feminine way. I feel like that's where true love can be found. That's why relationships aren't working so much, because they're out of balance. They're not having this feminine power, masculine power in a balanced way. Feminine power, masculine receptivity. Okay? So there is a sense, Eight of Swords is about holding oneself back. And I feel like the universe is turning, the tide is turning. It's like, good luck holding back the tide of change. Good luck doing that. Like sticking a stick in the spokes of a bicycle, like ass over tea kettle, like that can really create a lot of disharmony, a lot of conflict. And so, what needs to happen here is there needs to be a sense of integration, which I can see, which we know that that's true. But we have this five over here, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. What's missing is the Five of Cups. And I usually say that the card that's missing is the most powerful one. And the Five of Cups is about regrets. Okay, so talk to me a little bit more about Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Moon, fear. Three of Swords, regrets. There's the Five of Cups. There it is. And the Ten of Swords. So there's some really strong energy here of no longer can we manifest working relationships, working abundance from a place of lack and a place of regret and a place of imbalance. We as a society, we as a couple, we as an individual cannot manifest from a place of fear, lack, scarcity, dominance over other people. That is a brutal, brutish kind of energy, which is also low vibration. It may work for a little while, but with justice here, if there's an injustice here, there is injustice everywhere, right? Like that's something that's coming through. Wow. Lots of spirit chills on this reading. I will continue on and we'll see where we go. This feels kind of big to me. Okay. Look to November, something about November. All right. Link is in the description box if this is your reading. We'll see how this plays out. We'll look at blocks. We'll look at advice. We'll get messages from not only your high self, but ascended masters and ancestors. Link is in the description box. Come along. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.